Alaska really is in my blood. I've spent a ton of time up there. Still have family on both sides that live up in Alaska, but it's just one of those states that once you go, you know, you want to keep going back. My mom was born and raised in Juneau, Alaska. They homesteaded, so my grandfather was what they called a cat skinner. He ran bulldozers and excavators, things like that. Soon when my dad got out of college and my uncle got out of the Air Force, they went up to Alaska. They wanted to hunt and fish for 3 years or so. My dad met my mom up there, and my uncle also met his wife up there, but my parents decided to come back to Kansas. We grew up seeing pictures of Alaska. My dad was a photographer and he loved to take pictures. And so that was just awesome growing up, seeing pictures of Alaska, especially back in the 70s where they hunted parts of the Denali that you can't hunt anymore. You know, when I was little, it always seemed just like a, you know, huge faraway place. Listening to hunting stories from my Uncle Jim and my dad, and you know, brown bear is one thing that they were never able to kill. I don't know that they ever even had an opportunity. Going up there, reading, you know, stories in Outdoor Life, Field and Stream, and you hear some of those guys, you know, Fred Bear, all those guys, you know, going after a brown bear with a bow. It's like, man, that's like the pinnacle of bow hunting. So I always just had a desire to go try to get an animal like that.
Ready for my Alaskan brown bear. David's already here, but we flew out today.
I've been in the darkness for 40 days. I've been searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way. So can you help me out? Can you help me out?
Unit 16 is where we were hunting. They are trying to reduce the population of the brown bears, and they're trying to increase the population of the moose. So if you take out one brown bear, you know, at minimum maybe you're saving 20 moose calves that spring.
What you got going on there, David?
I don't know. What you doing?
Alaska has the rule that if you fly in, you can't hunt till the next day. So we got up pretty early in the next morning. We make our way up to some of the stand sites, and right away we ran across a black bear.
We're not even to our spot. Here we jumped to a black bear, and we got in position, and looks like I smoked him.
We ended up spending, you know, the rest of the night trying to find him. Finally found him, went back to camp. The next day, we do the same thing over. It takes about an hour to get to where we're gonna hunt, and hadn't been having a lot of pictures on the trail cams of bears, but you know, some here and there.
Well, that's day 2, and we just got in the stand. It is 7:16, so We're in here at a good time. But I'm just getting my camera set up, get ready to go so I can self-film. So we're gonna give it a shot tonight and see what comes in.
I can see his claws, I can see the size of his head, and it's like this guy can do some damage. For the next 20 minutes, he's sitting at that bait site. Then he finally stands up, and I'm like, okay, it's go time.
Bro, I'd be giving you a big hug right now if I could.
We just put one down and I am shaking. Big enough for me is all I got to say. That's where we were at, the Element and the Ultra. Whole pass steering.
One squad.
What was crazy is just how fast it happened. I mean, it wasn't like it was day 8 or day 9, but it was, you know, day 2 that a bear came in.
I cannot believe his claws. That is insane. Thank you, Jesus.
Here's this bear. He's got 4-inch claws, 4.5-inch claws on the end, and you know, one swipe could take you out. I'll never forget that feeling. You've got a job to do. Yes, I missed my wife and my kids tremendously, but at the same time, it's, you know, you're here for 10 days. You've got to stay focused. You're gonna have one chance, probably at most, and you've got to make it count. We spent a lot of time in a tree stand. We spent a lot of time glassing. So really one of my takeaways is thankfulness, gratitude that I was able to harvest a brown bear and to do it pretty quickly, and you know, to do it on film and out of our tree stand.
I saw every shattered pane and every shadow in the waiting and every fear without a name. I saw every crimson tail